APEX Media is at Aircraft Interiors Expo this week, and kicking things off, we're at the KID-Systeme booth with Johannes Ferstl, who's the head of marketing for KID-Systeme. Thank you so much for having us here.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Okay, we're talking a little bit about facial recognition and biometrics technology. I think a lot of passengers might feel uncomfortable to know that they are being recorded in the cabin and potentially being recognized by their facial features. But you have developed a technology for this, and I think you're going to explain to us now why in some use cases it's actually quite okay to do this, or the airline can decide anyway.
Exactly. In the past, the systems were passive, so you just had a larger view of the cabin. Now it's really change in history and in time. The systems became more active. They support the cabin crew and even the security officers. So there are two main drivers to now implement such a kind of face recognition technology. The first option is that the security officer can recognize, oh, we have someone available on board the aircraft that might create an accident, incident, anything that interrupts the standard operation. So we increase safety and security. Second option is we do have the ancillary revenue topic. If there is a passenger like Jochen Reuter, now recognized by the system with the green rectangle around him, that is a Vision customer. So do we have sufficient Vision meals available? We can easily check during boarding and can recognize the same. So it's up to the airline to decide. And the main difference is it's just the airline that has the data. It's not any cloud system around that, it's just the airline.
Do you think the airlines are ready to use this sort of data in such a way, like you said, to know my face and know that I'm a vegan, or know my face and know that I like to have a glass of Chardonnay when I get on the plane? I mean, do the airlines have this much information about passengers that they're actually going to be able to put this to use at this point?
We are right at the edge. We have at least one customer already using the same technology, but now it becomes interesting. Who is really allowed to do this? And it's not only the US and Europe. There we have specific laws and rules available. We have other regions as well, and there's much more easier to get this kind of biometric data and even to have it available at the airline. So it's the change in time.
Okay. And in terms of recognizing people's faces for safety, like let's say this person might disrupt the flight or might be a threat, wouldn't you think that the airline would want to maybe recognize that person's face before they're on the plane?
That would be the best option, but you should always think about remote destinations and local destinations. If you're at a remote destination, it might not be allowed to get the data during boarding.
That makes sense.
Then you have the face recognition on board. That's the main difference.
Okay, and you said you have a customer who's using this already, in fact.
It's not yet ready. Or in other words, it will be installed end of this year, beginning of next year, but it's the next software analytics technology that is available with a standard hardware system.
Amazing. Okay, well, good luck with that. Keep us
Thank
posted.
you.
And you have another video development over here, so we'll go check it out.
There is something we have currently already in place, the option to directly have a look in between the aircraft and the ground segment. Or in other words, the security officer are now able to directly link and get the same video camera information as the cabin crew already gets. So this is a USP from KID-Systeme, where we offer something very specific to the security officers. They are now part of the game and no longer the passive ones.
Okay, and where is the security officer sitting? So he's in the
back office of the respective airline, and has now the option to simply get the direct link to the aircraft and to see the exactly same picture and video stream that is available for the cabin crew.
So I guess you don't imagine them trying to monitor all flights at a time, but if they've been alerted that there's an event happening on the plane, then
exactly. Based on motion detection and several other options that are already implemented in the system, there is an indication available to the security officer, hey, you have to interact, please support the cabin crew.
Oh, so it could be an automatic thing, the cabin crew doesn't even need to call and make a notification, there's other indicators.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Really increasing security and safety on board.
Excellent, well that's what it's all about. Thank you so much for your time today.
It was a pleasure, thank
Cheers.
you.